Hi guys, Dr. Simon Hill here. It's been a few weeks since I last posted, and that kind of led me to thinking about today's topic, and that is consistency. You know, as I know, consistency is really hard to do. It sounds easy in principle. It's like, well, just do the same thing over and over again, and you'll be done. Invest consistently over a 20-30 year period and you will be rich. And absolutely, there's nothing wrong with that, and for the most part those pieces of information are correct. Eat healthily, eat a balanced meal every day and you will be slim, lean. Exercise regularly, you will be fit, chances are you will live a longer life. But of course, the problem with all of that is that the human mind gets bored quite easily, which is ironic given that most of us live our lives via habit rather than by focused effort. So, the last couple of weeks, I've kind of been thinking, oh, well, it's got to Thursday. I've been putting things off, thinking, I should probably record a video. And then something's happened. I've had a cold for the last couple of weeks, so that's perhaps part of the problem. Part of it is me overthinking and thinking, well, do I get much from doing these videos? I certainly don't generate any income from it. But what is it I'm doing it for? And of course, that's the key argument we have for lots of things. Again, exercise. I've literally just come in from running this morning, and it's painful and it's wet and it's cold outside. But I get a lot from running, and there's the long-term effect as well. I find it very meditative, plus it's hopefully a longevity thing in terms of my life and being able to pick up my kids and all of that fun stuff. Whereas again, the payoff from making these videos, as much as I know, many of you watch them, and certainly whenever I see you, you always say kind of, I love the last video, da 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 da. Again, it's the payoff is a lot longer, and it's the same for property investment. I'm just about to close on property number 5. And it's crunch time, having to get the deposit all together in the bank account, send it over to the solicitor. There's nothing I find almost excruciating sending tens of thousands of pounds via bank transfer. It just feels wrong, even though it's for a reason and it's all above board. There's always a voice in the back of my head saying, is this the right bank account? Is this a scam? All of that kind of stuff. Plus I'm now thinking, okay, I've got to get this new property rented out, and the other rental properties we've had a leak in the roof of one of them, so that's kind of creating a degree of anxiety in the back of my head. And so it's all about thinking long term, because if you focus in the short term, which I have been doing recently, admittedly, you get bogged down in that, oh, what's coming up next? Oh God, what's happened today? What's happened about this day, that day, da 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 da. Whereas, as much as we do live in the everyday and we have to deal with today, what we also need to do is think that, take a long-term perspective and say, okay, well, actually, whilst doing these these videos, whilst there is no immediate short-term payoff financially, I do get, again, good feedback, and also I find it quite cathartic to share these thoughts. I love teaching in work, and so it makes sense that actually if I can do it for free and I can help even just a couple more people, then great. I'd love to do that, and hopefully somebody that's listening to this now has taken something from this. So what does this mean for you? Well, I want you to reflect. I want you to think about, well, what are the things that you should be doing more often than you're not? Because yes, your effort levels will go up and down. It will be very cyclical, like a roller coaster. One of these days you'll be like, oh, working really hard, working really efficiently. and then something will happen and you'll drop off that momentum. And again, for me, I'd probably argue it was illness, both in terms of having a cold, but also, in terms of, I recently gone back onto medication for anxiety and things. So, perhaps that has been an excuse in my head as well. But I think, we need to, again, effectively reflect on our individual personalities. It's no good just watching this video. You need to switch the video off and think, okay, well, what am I doing what things am I doing that are right, are moving me closer to my long-term goal? What things am I doing that are moving me away from my long-term goal? And what can I do differently? What needs to change? And how can you impact that? So think about those key things. I'd love to hear from you in terms of, what are you trying to move away from? And also, being honest with, what things are pulling you away from that goal. So perhaps in the comments section, just, give some thoughts about what your goal is, how are you moving towards that goal, and what things are moving you away from that goal. Because we always we take a proactive view of, oh, this is what I'm doing this, but actually there are probably a few things that aren't helping in terms of your focus. My eating's not been great over the last couple of weeks, again, partly because of being ill, but I think part of it is also it's coming up to Christmas, so that's a key part of kind of the psychological. I'm going to be eating quite a bit of food over Christmas, so I might as well start now. And there's a box of chocolates just over here. Not that I've nibbled on those this morning, but I've certainly been nibbling on them over the last couple of days and weeks. So your task for today: think about reflecting on what it is you're looking to achieve. What are you doing to achieve that? And thirdly, and I would argue the most importantly, assess what's pulling you away from those goals. Because there will be those things. We are all susceptible to those things, myself included, as again the break in recording videos has clearly shown. I'm not going to commit to doing videos every Thursday because, again, life gets in the way, and there are more important things, but I do commit to continuing these videos at a slightly different frequency. So Dr. Simon Hill, if you've got any comments, please do share them, and of course, as always, like and subscribe. Take care, have a great day.